So welcome. Congratulations, you're here now. So how do you start and grow your professional consulting and online training business first? Because now that is the in thing. Everybody has got an opportunity to be able to consult, to be able to train, to be able to take their message online. Most importantly, to grow the business fast, because everything has changed now. It is so easy if you know the right thing, if you know what to do. But the question is, how can you do it quickly and first, whilst avoiding the frustration and pain of how to figure out what's actually required to set up, what's working, and how does one succeed? Because there's a lot of stuff out there. How do you do your Gmail? How do you do your Instagram? How do you incorporate your Facebook? How do what do you need to do? Do you actually need to do any Pinterest? Whatever all that is, how do you get all that and be able to use it, to use the internet, to use the your ability, your knowledge, to create a business that is lucrative and is working for you? Because guess what, this industry is growing at an unbelievable rate. Okay, the last time I checked, that was about a month ago, it was at $2.7 billion. Okay, and the interesting thing is that the ones succeeding have gotten the combination right of how to scale, and they're actually doing better in the so-called down times. And that is the most interesting part, because when you look at the fact that right now the world is going through some ups and downs, there are on most of the forums that I've been on, people are actually making money. Okay, and then I look at my clients, they're making money, and then I look at my business, it is growing. Why? Because of the combination, because we got it right, because we know what we are doing. Okay, and I call this the audacity to scale. Okay, audacity to scale your business, because as T. Harv said, when you get the combination right in this industry, everything opens up and you make a lot of money, you have an impact, and have a lot of fun. You must get the right sequence, the right combination. When you get it right, it's amazing, because everything else begins to play in your favor. Everything else begins to align in your favor. Okay, because think about it. While that might sound blatantly obvious, okay, the number of consultants, speakers, trainers, and coaches that can honestly say this about their business is very, very small. I know why. During my research, I am looking at all these forums. I'm looking at who is making it happen, but I'm also getting a lot of feedback in terms of, okay, is it working for you here? What are the people who are making it happen doing? And what are those who are not making it happen doing? Okay. And the fact is that the failure rates are way higher than the success rates. Okay, and there are a lot of time wasting gazillion courses out there, because you go to the forums and you hear, oh, I bought this, but it hasn't done this, or I did this, or I am studying this course and I'm doing this, and all that is time wasting. Okay, it is like what the gentleman said. Okay, he said, a man who dares to waste 1 hour of his time has not discovered the value of life. That's Charles Darwin. Okay, the truth is, let us face it, is that when most consultants and speakers and trainers and coaches attempt to start and scale their businesses, they fail miserably. Okay, or they will fall way short of their dreams and desires. It's tough and worrying. There is more month and more misery. I know, because first I was there, then I worked it out, then I started to coach other people, and I see the failure rates are quite high. But I also know, especially those who are not following a certain proven system, and there are a lot of them out there, but there's so many people who are not making it happen because of forgetting or not doing the right thing, or not implementing the right steps to getting into this industry and making it happen. Okay, and even those who do succeed in getting some beginner's luck on their side, okay, like everybody knows, okay, there's a little bit of beginner's luck. People get excited, oh, there's a new person on the blog, and you might make 1 or 2 things happen. Okay, but guess what, you live in a constant state of fear that your luck may run out or stop again, or things might just run out at any given time. Okay, there's always lots of dry spells and longer times between gigs. Now, as a matter of fact, many consultants, speakers, and online trainers, okay, in fact, most of them, this is a reality they face. They're always wondering, where's the next deal going to come from? They're always pulling their hair out and wondering, how am I going to make this happen? Okay, there's such high failure rates. There's a lack of ability to scale. Somebody starts, but they've had those 1 or 2 little jobs going for them, and they are failing to scale up, yet they have the ability and they have the they've been blessed with some great information, but they can't scale. Okay, most importantly, most of them are wandering generalities other than meaningful specifics. Like Zig Ziglar says, they're wandering around, jumping from one thing to another. Therefore, they get, the little fees. They're paid little money for their work, even if their work makes a big difference. And most importantly, because of those because of the little money that you're paid, you lack deep work and impact because you're always trying to chase the next year. Okay, each day is an experimentation with the hope that things will work out. And this is met with cold reality of the unknown. And as a result, many quit this ever-growing $2.4 billion. And now, guess what? It is going to grow even quicker because what? Everything is going online. All right. So this is now the time for things to work out for you. Therefore, if you are in there now, you need to know that it is going to grow. But why are people failing? Why are people not making it happen? Okay, I discovered that only those with a predictable framework and combination for solid foundations, setting up to win beforehand, structuring and positioning themselves with audacity can say, hey, I got the combination right, and now I attract my right clients and I'm making the money and the impact. There's always impact. Okay, yes, they make the money, but they're also making an impact in their niches, in their industries, and in what they do. Now, I know you might be wondering, hey, who's this guy talking to you right now? Okay, my name is Coach Phil, the title is Coach Phil, but my name is Phil, and in the next few minutes, I'm going to share exactly how me and my clients have installed the 4-step framework combination for starting and scaling your consultancy and online training business so that you too can attract the 5-10 new high level clients every single month. Okay, now you might be wondering what audacity do I have to be talking to you? Listen, I've been in the business of consulting and training and organizational turnarounds for the last 15 years, okay? And in the last 7 years, I have consistently focused on, hey, how do I take everything we used to do online? How do I take everything we used to do physically, where I had to travel around the world and do amazing trainings and turn organizations around? How can we package that, teach it to other people so that they too can go and do the same thing and put it online? That is how I end up here, and that is why you're here, because I synthesized that information, then I started to share it with other people. They began to get great results, and I was like, okay, now it is time to scale it up, and that is why you're here. So in today's session, okay, you're going to learn the 2 things that super successful consultants and online trainers have present in their businesses that the strugglers do not have. Okay, yes, there's 2 kinds of people. There are people who are making it happen, the people who are successful, the people who are moving their businesses to the next level, and then there are those who are struggling. And there are 2 important things that must exist. Okay, and those I'm going to share with you today. And of course, I'm going to share with you one of the biggest mistakes that most consultants and online trainers are making when it comes to starting their business. Okay, you will get it. It will blow your mind. You go like, wow, probably that is what I've also been doing. And then of course, the simple, proven 4-step framework that generates leads and clients, and how you can start to put this in your work right now so that your business can start to go to the next level. Now, these are also the exact same strategies that I have used to grow my consulting business for the last 7 years to over $10,000 per assignment, okay? And I've helped dozens of others grow their consultancies and training businesses from the low 3 figures to the high 6 figures. You see, over the past 7 years, I have been committed to helping a group of some of the most hardworking, mission-focused consultants and trainers. These are guys who are totally ruthlessly focused and committed to 3 things. Now, let me tell you why these guys are, the people that I work with are in this category. Why are they ruthless? Because they know it takes a lot of time and energy, most importantly, discipline, to focus. Okay, to focus on what works. Why? We have so much distraction out there. They know that unless there is 110% total focus, then it becomes a challenge. Okay, so these guys are committed to 3 things, and those 3 things are what I want to share with you right now. Number 1, they are focused ruthlessly on building and growing their business to a level of comfort and ultimately freedom. There's not many people who can say that. It is a constant battle with everything else that is being thrown at you, with all the distractions in the world. You must be ruthlessly focused on this. Otherwise, it is not going to work for you. Okay, why? You'll be pulled in all kinds of directions. Your family will pull you apart. Your mission is pulling you apart. Everything is pulling your time. That is why I say you got to be ruthlessly focused to have the discipline to build and grow your business to that level of comfort. It is not easy. However, it is one of the most exhilarating things you can do, okay? Number two, these people are focused on creating a constant funnel of inquiries for their expertise. Constant funnel where people are consistently looking for them and asking about their business, asking about what they do so that they can be helped with their expertise. And then, of course, providing uncommon value. And we call it uncommon because this is the only way you can play at the level that creates freedom and makes things happen for you is if you're giving people more value than what is out there on the market, okay? And having the biggest impact in the lives of their clients. These are the kind of people that I've been focusing on the last couple of days. And then, of course, having consistent growth and fun in the process. Why? You must be growing. Okay, Anthony Robbins says one of the human needs is you must be growing. You're either dying or growing, okay? So you must have consistent growth for you to have that psychological need met, to know that, I am now on the right path. I think it is Brennan who says there's nothing as important as progress, okay? Yes, you might not be motivated. Yes, you might not be making the money, but if you're progressing, that keeps you going. And then, of course, there's nothing as crap as trying to do something that you don't enjoy. All right. So the top three people that I work with, okay, fall in the following categories. Okay, the following three categories. Number one, you must be a passionate individual who's tired of the rat race and know that you must start your own business, consultancy, online training business now. Even if you have no clue about business or entrepreneurship, it doesn't matter. Okay, these are the kind of people I work with because they have a hunger, they're motivated. Okay, the second group is the professionals, guys who have been in the business, in the profession, whatever profession it is, and you're thinking, I've earned the experience. Now I feel it's time for me to monetize what I know for all these years of experience. How can I monetize it and create a private consultancy for myself? Why? Because when you become an expert and you're seen as the person who's been there, achieved it, then people will pay you more for that expertise in your private consultancy. Okay, and then of course coaches, trainers, and consultants providing information, coaching, live events, and people like that who want to scale the business and have no time to waste figuring things out. Okay, why? Because if you're a consultant, online trainer, and a coach looking to have a predictable way to start and grow your business to the 7-figure level, then I am definitely going to show you something that can help, because you are definitely in the right place and you're going to love what I am about to share with you. Because when you learn this and you implement it, and the important word there is implement, then you join an elite group of players, okay, like all these guys. Okay, this is a picture of some of the trainers and consultants and people who have come through from all kinds of industries. I've got a nutritionist, I've got a guy in innovation, I've got a network marketer, I've got a guy who used to sell chicken, I've got a marketer, all kinds of people. And just to share with you, this is one of my clients, Cobus Visser, okay? He is the man behind Firewalking Africa, an amazing guy, okay? We started to work with each other about 7 years ago, okay? Just as I was beginning this process. And he started his consultancy and corporate training firm. And having implemented what you are about to hear, he has gone on to build a 6-figure business in South Africa and taken over his niche of mental toughness and power, business coaching, and high performance. Okay, now guess what? He was also recently featured on a live online summit, and this is what it does for you. Okay, thriving in the lockdown and beyond. That is him right there. He was able to what? To get on there with some amazing speakers and be able to contribute. Okay, now let me also share with you one of my other amazing clients. Okay, she's the CEO of Lisha Wellness. Okay, you can find her at lishawellness.com, a sought after nutritionist and wellness coach who started her consultancy and practice and is working for some big firms right now, Kengen and KLM. And this has taken her, what, maybe 2.5 years? Most importantly, she's living an amazing life, spending time with her family, because she always told me, I want to spend more time with my family and continue to make a difference. And then I'll share with you another one, okay? Another one, it's called Good Love Njisong, okay, from Cameroon. We started to work together about 16 months ago. He came up with a business idea during our sessions and is now taking over the entire West African market as a sought after speaker and trainer. His business doing over $7,000 a month, part-time and is well on track to hit the 7 figures in the future. Okay, why? He implemented the framework. So now the best thing about this framework is this: anyone at any one stage of life or career can start to implement it at any time and start making money from their passions and knowledge anytime. Okay, number two, it works with minimal budget and some hard work. Okay, you know very well, I don't promise anything that does not involve hard work. You got to put in the work. You must have some skin in the game. Okay, it is also based on proven results. My 7 years doing this full time and my 8 years before that being at the highest end of training, and all those years of research, trials, failures, refinement, and results are what makes this work absolutely amazing. Now, in the consulting and business, speaking business, you might have noticed, okay, there's two different groups of people, okay, and these groups of people, much as they're all in the same industry, it is amazing how their results are so different. Okay, allow me to introduce to you the first group. These guys are the grinders. Okay, these are people who make some money sometimes and no money most of the time. Okay, they spend way too much time making too little and no major impact. They jump from one niche to another and are busy on the wrong things. Okay, in fact, they are too busy to grow their own business. That is what I call them. Sometimes they call me and say, you're too busy not growing your business. Okay, and they say, what do you mean? I say, you're too busy doing other things. You're grinding. Okay, but then there's the other group, the ones we call the haymakers. Okay, these are people who are absolutely crushing it. Okay, they're making money and more money. They have an impact in their niche. They're spending less and less time worrying about where the next deal is coming from. So, what makes these haymakers achieve success and make millions and support their families, travel around the world, do what they have to do and build wealth, while the grinders make less money, okay, even if they're super busy, okay, but they make less money than they could in a full-time job and struggle to make rent. Okay, I hear you ask the question, so let us get serious right now. Let us get down to business and show you exactly how you can start and grow your business starting from today. Okay, now, after training, mentoring, as well as interacting with hundreds of consultants, online trainers, and coaches, and being in this industry for the last 7 years, I've realized that the haymakers have two key things in place, okay, while the grinders have only one of the two things, okay, and sometimes they have none. And this after, when you study and see who's making it, who's winning, and you look at how they're winning, you realize, I like to find out what is working and what is not. And the moment that I got into it and started to study this for these two kinds of people, I realized, these guys have these two things all the time. Okay, and then those who are struggling usually did not have this existing, or they had one. Okay, and the truth is that if you have both of these things in place in your business, it becomes very easy and predictable to make money. Okay, and guess what? Why this is so important is I struggled so much initially because I didn't have these. Okay, I struggled so much initially because I was trying to gamble, I was trying to make things happen, and yet I could have found a better way much earlier. But when I did, bingo, everything changed. Okay, now it is the best way for me to explain this to you is with the story of how the Wright brothers invented the world's first flying aeroplane. Okay, now I want you to stay with me. Okay, back in 1903, the race was on around the world. Okay, because that is when people were looking to find new territories, and they're saying, hey, it takes so long a time to come from Europe to go to America, or to come from America to go to Africa, and people were looking for a way to travel much quicker, much faster. Okay, now all around the world, back then in 1903, the race was on to invent the first plane that could fly, and most people became utterly obsessed with the engine except the Wright brothers. Now, why do I say utterly obsessed? It is a natural thing for human beings to obsess about the gimmicks, to obsess about the wrong things. Okay, you will see it in all kinds of industries. The people who are making it happen, they focus on one thing and make it happen. And then those who are always in the peripherals, they're always obsessed with what is the new thing, what is the thing. Okay, anyway, everybody was obsessed by the engine except the Wright brothers. Okay, now people started building larger and larger engines with more and more horsepower. They were saying, how can we make it faster? How can we make it bigger? How can we make it sound good? Okay, and strapping them to planes completely completely ignoring the aerodynamics and the wings. Okay, if, as you can tell, these planes were crashing all the time because people were not taking time to look at the aerodynamics to understand what actually is meant to help the flying, what actually is supposed to help up there to make sure that something can go for a long time. Okay, so, well, this resulted in some of the fanciest, more powerful engines that the world had ever seen. But it also resulted into planes that couldn't get off the ground and were great to look at, but were completely useless. Okay, I want you to really take that in and understand that. Okay, on the other hand, the Wright brothers took a different approach. Whilst everybody, the whole world, obsessed with engines, the Wright brothers obsessed with the plane and its aerodynamics. Okay, because they knew we got to get that right. Okay, and this is what they did. Okay, they first focused on a plane that would glide without an engine. And then, when they had the recipe right, they strapped it on an ordinary engine, and voila! The world's first plane was invented. Now, I just want you to pause for a second and let this point really sink in, because it's a big one in this industry and it's almost the exact opposite to what everybody else out there is feeding you. Okay? Today, in the consultancy, online speaking business, which we call the knowledge transfer business or industry, we are repeating the history of the engine. Okay? We are continuously obsessed with the engine because, think about it, most consultants, speakers, trainers, online business people are obsessed and frenzied over the new image, how they look and sound, good body language. How do I look in this camera? How does a picture look? The corporate image. What are Facebook ads? What are the features? The way to talk to people, or the latest microphone, and what others are doing. And they completely spend a lot of time checking out what other people are doing, when in reality they are strapping a larger and more powerful engine to a fundamentally flawed plane. Okay? Listen, most consultants, online trainers, speakers, and coaches are obsessed with the hottest new gimmick and completely ignoring the fundamentals and systems to know thyself. First, before you even get out, who are you? Do you deserve? Have you earned? Do you need to reinvent yourself? Okay. Next, have you mastered your niche? And can you deliver value so as to convert strangers into clients? Okay, now remember how I told you that consultants, speakers, and coaches who are killing it have two things in place that the grinders and struggle bunnies don't have? Well, here we go. Those two things are: number one, a robust foundation. And I like to call it a foundation because if you know anything about big buildings, or if I have a friend of mine, an architect friend of mine, who tells me that when you want to know how high a building is going to go and look at how deep the foundation is, or how deep they are digging the foundation. Because the deeper the foundation, the stronger the foundation. If you see them putting some big metal under there and putting the best concrete under there, then you know that that foundation is going to be able to support as high a building as is possible. That is why we call it the robust foundation. Do you have a specific niche? Okay? Knowing thyself, mastering their clients' biggest problems and solving them. That is the number one thing that these guys focus on unconditionally. Okay? And then the second thing, okay? Remember the engine, okay? Remember the aerodynamics, okay? Now, after you get the aerodynamics sorted, you put a simple engine, and that is what we call a process for attracting and converting all new prospects into high-paying clients who keep coming back and referring new clients consistently. Okay? Because listen, in this business, it comes down to this. If you don't know who you are, your strength, who you can best serve, and what we call the robust, that being your robust foundation, and you can't access and serve them before you earn or pay money to acquire a new client, then you really don't have a business. And that is what is going on in the industry right now. There's so many people who are obsessed with all these things, but they don't have a way. First, they don't have a great foundation. Number two, they don't have a way to access. Okay, that there is only two things that matter in this business. Okay, number one, have a great foundation, have a clear niche with a great signature story, aligned to ensure you attract the right people and serve them beyond their expectations. And then number 2, generating new leads and business and ensuring a constant pipeline of discovery sessions to turn leads into long-term clients. Okay, that's it. That's it. And when you get that combination right, then everything else begins to fall in place. Okay. Now, if you're not making the impact and the money in your business right now, let me ask you these 3 questions. Okay. Number 1, do you have, and I want you to really think about this. Okay. This is time for you. It is called thinking time. I want you to really take it down and say, okay, do you have laser clarity on your niche? And when I mean laser, as in nobody understands your niche better than you. Okay. Do you know what their heartburn, ulcer causing pain problem is? And do you have a signature message or story that attracts them to you? Okay. If you got that, then guess what? You're good to go. If you don't, there's your answer. Okay. Number 2, how many value adding sessions did you do in the last 1 month targeted at your niche to position yourself as an expert in that niche? Okay. What are you doing to consistently add value to the niche? Okay. And then finally, what did you do in the last 7 days to generate discovery sessions? Discovery sessions are sessions where you're consistently talking to people who are strangers and then turning them into clients. If you can tell me what the answers are to those, then I can predict what your business is going to be like. Because you see, in the consulting game, it's easy to get distracted by new gimmicks and activities and new shiny objects. But the raw reality is that you only need to do the above 2 things. Okay? Why? The haymakers in the game, the players with growing profits, have a predictable method of generating new gigs and clients, and they're deliberately obsessed about it every single day. I will repeat it. They generate new customers and they turn new customers into long-term clients. Now, when you have a predictable system for generating new leads and turning the leads into clients, and you know how to execute on these 2 things every month, then it's as simple as looking at your calendar, seeing how much time you have available for these sessions, and then spending time doing and executing on this. And that is where you make all the money. Now, while we say that, the grinders are looking to pull a new rabbit out of the hat all the time. Okay, they say, oh, how do I get new clients to cover their rent? And and are thoroughly thinking out a plan B. Why have a plan B if you can implement the 2 most important things? Okay, that involves getting another credit card, and then they want a new loan, and then they're saying, okay, how can I get a small job here? Okay, now if things don't work out, the haymakers are spending a predictable amount of money and time providing value to new clients and generating strategy sessions every day. Okay, so next is the 4-step framework, okay, that the haymakers deploy to absolutely rule their niche. I said to you I was going to share with you 3 things. Number 1, what is that one thing? What are the biggest mistake people are making? They are strapping a big engine on a flawed system. Okay. Number 2, what are the 2 most important things? Number 1, know thyself, understand that niche. Okay. Number 2, find a way to attract these people to you. Okay. Now the final part is, hey, what is the 4-step framework that the haymakers deploy to absolutely rule their niche, but most importantly, make it work? Okay. So what does this new predictable framework look like? Here we go. Well, it starts with clarity of the niche. I can't emphasize this enough, okay? A mesmerizing signature message and story, targeting the right traffic with the right message that strikes a nerve and generates a response. And that is crucial. It must strike a nerve and generate a response, okay? Now, we do this by calling out your ideal client, speaking about his pain in a vivid, detailed way that makes him feel like you understand their problem better than them, and most importantly, you have the answer to their problem. Now, once we do that, okay, once we get their attention, we prove that we can solve it by what? Solving part of it, okay, for free in a short video of physical training. And then finally, we roll out the red carpet and ask them to reach out if they would like additional help. Okay, I think that is genius, man. What do you think? Okay, now the result of executing this correctly is that you will also have a predictable way to generate 5 to 10 clients every single month, month after month. And the best part is you will know down to the dollar. Okay, and every day in your business, you will know what your marketing efforts are doing and how they're performing. You will finally have the haymaker framework that predicts how well you will be doing going forward. Now, to execute this predictable framework correctly, you need these 4 things in alignment. Okay, you can't afford to get the alignment wrong. Okay, and that is why most of my success when it came to the public speaking and training and culture change was because I followed a certain framework that made things work. And I always started off every session with a mindset shift session. Okay, why? If you don't deal with the mind of the man and help them to see themselves as being capable of achieving, then you've wasted time. Okay, and when you from there, then you get into challenging them, then you get into giving them the tools that they need, and then asking them to take action. That combination always got me amazing results. That is why I ruled my industry for a long time. Okay, it's the same thing here. You must get the alignment right, and this is what I call cracking the code. So the 4 things are: number 1, you got to get your niche clarity like nobody else. Okay, you got to have it so good, so dialed in, it is like a laser focus. Okay, and then you got to have a signature message that is in line with that nobody understands that niche better than you. Okay, and then the second one is the psychology of avatar attraction, knowing thyself. And many consultants, speakers, trainers, and business people fall down here. Why? They have not worked on themselves enough to be able to have the psychology of attracting their clients, their ideal clients. They're always in the process of they're wondering why things are not happening. They're always in a circle, chasing their tails because they haven't worked on themselves to deserve to be the best consultant, speaker, trainer out there. And then next, after you know who that you are, you know who your niche is, then you come up with a way to solve their biggest gut-wrenching problems and deliver irresistible value, uncommon value. Okay, that is step number 3. And then obviously number 4 is to automate the process and repeat. Automate and repeat. Why? This is where everything comes into place. You have a predictable system, and then you put it on automation, and then it is like what? You're always just adding fuel by how much effort you are putting in. So let's get a little bit deeper into number 1, the clarity, the niche. Okay, and this is what I always say. For you to understand this is you must understand that unless you pick one group and say, I'm going to serve these people better than anybody else, then I am going to say, okay, if I am going to be the person who serves this group, I am going to get out there and do the homework on what is their biggest problem. Okay, now in terms of picking your niche, you must take this into consideration. A man who chases 2 rabbits ends up catching none. You cannot be a master of everything. Okay, tell you a quick story. When I was in school, I used to play all kinds of games. I used to be known as, a master of none and a generality of everything. Okay, I used to play some basketball, some volleyball, some football, and some rugby. Okay, but I was not good at any. Most important, I never represented my school on the national level, even if in my head I thought I was good. Why? I didn't take time to master one thing. I didn't take time to focus on one thing. Clarity gives you momentum. Clarity gives you power. When you have clarity on what your niche is, these are the people I'm going to serve. Then you go and find out where their biggest problem is, and then you find a solution to them. Then you become the kind of person who can solve that problem. You build trust. You build a great message. Now, if you don't have clarity, you can't build a great message. If you don't have clarity, you can't have a great solution. If you don't have clarity, you're chasing 2 rabbits and ending up catching none. Okay? Why is this important? This is important because most people out there are dilly-dallying. They want to be, you find I am a project manager, and then I focus on this relationship, and then I am now a money coach, and then I am now I do coaching for women under 30, and then damn. Okay, now how do you pick your niche? Okay, the 3 pointers that I would like to give you. Number 1, ask yourself, what industries do I know and love? Write them down. Okay, write down about 5 or 6 or 7. Okay, and then the second part is ask yourself, What skills do I have that can help the people in these industries? What skills do I have? Oh, what skills can I grow? Or what skills can I put onto my CV right now? Because guess what? You can learn anything that you want in the world. You can figure anything out right now. Okay. I like what one of my mentors says. He says, everything looks impossible in the beginning, but with time and hard work, everything is possible. Ask yourself, what can I learn? Okay, to support the people in this niche. And then the final part, which is the most important part, is ask yourself this question. What does the industry need? What is their biggest challenge right now? What is the problem in this industry? And then go and solve that problem, because when you do in that niche, then you become the person who rules that particular niche, and then it becomes easy. First of all, your fees are always high. You're seen as an expert. You don't have to do proposals. I don't know what. Why? You are the expert. You are the person who rules the top of that particular niche. So there you go. Okay. Number 2. And this is crucial. And for me, this I think is one of the most important parts that everybody misses. The avatar attraction, and understand the psychology of mastering thyself. Okay, let me explain. Okay, and this picture says it all. One side, you know that you have a split personality. You must earn the right internally. You must have your own internal conviction that yes, you can do this. And I'll tell you why. There is something called cognitive you get the word. Where one time you say you want to be this, okay? You say you want to be a great speaker, a great trainer, a great consultant, and you're attempting consistently to want to do this, okay? And you know what it's going to take, but on the other side, you sleep too much. You don't put in the work. You're distracted by other small things. You drink a lot. You don't sleep enough. You don't have integrity with yourself. Now, you want to be a great consultant, but then you're not putting in the time, so you have a disconnect, okay? Cognitive, where you're consistently wanting to do something, but you never get to do it, so you are torn apart. You must earn the right. This is where you say you work on yourself to reinvent yourself. How? First of all, write down where you are right now. In one paper, write down all the characteristics of who you are right now, and on the other side, write down what you want to be, do, achieve, and have. Okay, and then what you want to achieve. Then go to the next page and say, what are my goals to achieve this person who I've written down on one side of the paper, especially the right hand side? When you write down the goals of what you must do to achieve that, then turn the goals into affirmations. And every day, affirm to yourself, I am a hardworking fellow. I believe in myself. I get out and make things happen. I push and push and push. I I work out every day, and begin to do those things consistently. Push yourself, get out of the comfort zone, and earn the right to internally be the person who, because your success in life is in direct correlation with the success of your clients. Now, if you're not being successful and being disciplined, it is going to rub off on your clients. Okay. Now, number 3. Okay. And this I like very much. Solve their problems and serve beyond expectations. Deliver value that they do not expect. Okay, there is a saying which says there's no traffic beyond the extra mile. What we do in the course is to give you everything you need to know, from where you start to your niche, to how you become a new person, to how to present, to do the public speaking of talking into a camera, to the automation, to whether you need LinkedIn, to everything. Do whatever it takes to give your clients everything, because if you studied the niche and you know it very well, you know what their challenges are. You can look in the future and say, okay, this is where they are, this is what they need, and then you get in there and give them even much more, because you understand their problems better than everybody else. This is where we say there's no traffic beyond the extra mile. Go beyond the extra mile and you will be surprised. And then finally, number 4 of the combination is the business and the automation. This is where you begin to set yourself up as a business. You have to look at, okay, this is my website. This is how I get people in. I have a system of saying, how do I contact them? I send them the first email. After the first email, I send them the second email. And after the second email, we get on the phone. And after we get on the phone, guess what? We book a situation where we're going to assess whether they're a good fit or not. And then, before you know it, they are becoming a client. Now you can automate the emails, you can automate them getting on a phone, you can automate getting them into your calendar to have the call. Most importantly, you can also automate the Facebook, the Twitter, the LinkedIn, and all the social media. You can automate how the messages go out. You must automate this stuff so that your business is organized, okay, so that there is implementation, so that it is on, it is continuously working whilst you are doing what you love to do, i.e. the coaching side of things, okay? Now, the reason this is important is if you go in without focusing on this as a real business, you're going to put in mediocre effort, therefore you're going to get mediocre results. You must look at it as a business and say, how do I automate this stuff? The stuff that we can take the human out of it, so that they're automated, so that we just focus on providing great value and getting people into the system. So right there is where I say, when you have these 4 things in alignment, you can unlock the code and literally have amazing results, just like many before you are enjoying. I mean, just see what Jennifer is saying, okay? I started to work with Jennifer not too long ago, okay? In about 24 months, she was pulling in, 6 to 7K. And I mean, in the last 24 months, she's now, when we started to work with her, she was doing 2K a month, okay? And within the last 24 months, actually about 36 months, she is pulling in 6 to 7K every month, okay? And she's going to get to 20K very soon, because she provides a certain amazing service to a certain niche. I think she's one of the best nutritionists on the planet, okay? Most importantly, she has time to live her life, okay? She has time to drop off her kids to school, has family time, and is enjoying living in the countryside, okay? How about what Betty says, okay? Betty is a managing director at Royal Training and Consulting, okay? This is what she says. She says, I love the energy from the team, okay? They are really passionate and are genuinely interested in participants' journey. What is Betty doing right now? She is taking over her country's her niche in her country, okay? She's the to-go-to coach for people who want to start businesses, and she is doing amazing, okay? Now, you must have the right framework with the right combination to be able to do this and get the results first, okay? So the reason why you need to do that is so that you can also be able to create a situation where things are happening easily for you, okay? Now, you can do it the hard way, which is like going to a safe, okay? Like there's a 4-digit safe with a 4-digit code, and you can try to guess the code, but there are more than 10,000 possible combinations, okay, to the 4-digit code. And who knows, maybe you might find the combination that works maybe in a year or so, or 3, but most probably you might never, okay? Or you could do it the easy way and get the code to unlock it and get the results immediately. And that's what I do all day in my own business, okay? That is what I'm doing all day with myself and my clients, okay? Just like who? Just like Betty. Let me tell you about Betty. An amazing, amazing client, okay? She started working with me when she was employed at in HR, okay? And is now an author, a speaker, consultant. She's organizing her own events. Most important, she's being paid big bucks for her keynote speeches. Why? She picked a niche. She realized what she has to do, and she's building and building and building. How about, let's see, what does James say? Okay, I met James about 4 or 5 years ago, okay? And James has been, when we met, he was doing maybe about 2K a month, and he's now on over 7K a month, and is the lead trainer of one of America's largest retailers, and is making a difference and being an awesome dude. Now, you might be asking, well, now, how do I get this, coach? Okay, because hey, I want to start my business. I want to generate these high ticket incomes, okay? I want to get my clients in and begin to do this on a daily basis and or have more money in the month. Well, this is only perfect for you, okay? If, number one, you have a desire to stop limping along with the try and error in your consulting, because there's so much stuff out there. It is just a big, fat, bloody engine that is not getting you anywhere, okay? And it won't get you going. It won't get you the high-level leads because you're focusing on the wrong things, okay? And this is also perfect for you if you are tired of trying to piece it all together and spending money on theoretical courses one after the other. This is also perfect for you if you realize the world has been reset and it's your opportunity to dive into your passions and you want to serve and make a difference, okay? Most importantly, if you want the entire system, step by step, of where you start to the end of closing deals and making money right now. Because I'll tell you something very interesting. When you apply the 4-step framework, then this happens. You're happier, you're out there, you're making money, and you do what is in your spirit that lights up your spirit, but you also live a much happier freedom life. Okay, so you might be asking, how do you get on board and how do you get this working for you? Well, this is a process. Okay, because I don't take on everybody, because not everybody is designed to do this. Okay, the way it works, it will invite you to qualify for a discovery session phone call where we will be focused on a specific and custom tailored strategy conversation to help you solve the 2 biggest problems that most consultants and business owners face. Okay, now, and those 2 problems are: number 1, clarity, okay, of your perfect client. This is where we discuss your niche and your perfect message. And if you ask me, this is the holy grail of client attraction. Okay, and then we'll discuss on how you generate an influx of new customers. Okay, I think that this is the most important phone call you will have on your business in a long time. Okay, now we also know that you got to set yourself up for success from the start. That is why this discovery strategy session, which takes about 30 minutes, you will be speaking with me personally or one of our already successful coaches, and we will be helping you to identify what you already got that is working and helping you to put together a strategy to dramatically grow your business by 3, 4, 5, X, okay, without increasing the amount of time you're spending in your business. Because when you increase the amount of time and focus, then everything else goes to the next level. So who is this for? Okay, again, business owners, startup consultants, speakers, trainers. You want to start a business online, you want to do a course online, you want to take your information out there, or you're an experienced consultant, okay, or author, and you're already in business and you want to make some more sales, then certainly the combination will work for you. Okay, typically if you are selling information products, done for you services, or providing coaching in a group or one-to-one, or setting up live events, this will definitely work for you as well. And then this is for people who know they are good at what they do, and they truly believe that they will dominate their marketplace and can make a 6-figure income doing it the right way right now. And then, of course, if you're a total newbie, okay, and you want to partake on the $2.7 billion consulting cake, you just want to enjoy some of this, then obviously this is for you. It is also for people who are truly value helping other people, okay, and getting other people's results above everything else. It is also for individuals willing to have some skin in the game, okay, and understand that they need to invest some money to grow their business and take it to the next level. Why? Nothing comes easy, nothing comes cheap. You must put in the work, and it's only for folks who want to have a positive impact on the world, okay? Why? I'll tell you why. Working with me as a client is not cheap, but most of my clients make back more than their investment within the first 3 months, even less. Okay, our goal is to get your first clients within 3 months, and that first client is probably going to be paying you more than your investment. Okay, and when they want to stick, and when you make that money, you'll want to stick with me for as long as you can, because you see consistent results. Now, this is not for you. Okay, I must also be very honest and open with you. Okay, this is not for people who want to start or like the idea of having a consulting or coaching business but are not committed to doing the work, okay? Or people who make excuses and complain about the world being unfair. Or people who are stuck in information gathering. These are professional information gatherers. They're always gathering information. They have all this stuff, they have all these theories, but they're not doing anything and are not prepared to take action. Or anyone who's not serious about growing their business by another $10,000 to $50,000 in the next 12 months. So the better the fit, the better the results, and I'm always looking for a win-win situation. That is why I look for the right perfect fit, so that I can help you to go to the next level, and me together with my team and my other successful coaches, we can help you to go to the next level. Now, knowing that we're a good fit is crucial, because I like to get all my new clients results and work with them for a long time, okay? And to do that, I need to get them a quick return on investment. Okay, that is your ROI. And the truth is that there are so many people who I cannot help. And if that's the case, I will be 100% upfront with you, and I'll say, hey, you know what? I will suggest somebody to you and say, hey, we just didn't fit, I can't help you, let's not do it, okay? But if I'm certain that I can get you results, then naturally you will get on board and we will do what we have to do. So the first step is to complete the application form, okay, for you to have a private discovery strategy session with me, okay? And in this application, we will be able to determine a few things that will decide whether we are a good fit or not, okay? Because we will decide whether I can help you and I'm the best person to help you to generate those results that you desire, but also that you are ready to step up, to commit, to take action and do the required work to generate the required results, okay? Now, once I receive your application, you will be able to schedule your time with me to conduct your discovery strategy session. And this is where we will really start working together to figure out what you want and how to make it happen in the fastest possible time. I actually think that this is one of the best conversations you have about your business, because it gives you real clarity of what needs to be done, okay? It is a personal, custom tailored one-on-one strategy session, because during the application you give us information, then we tailor it to you. This is where we really begin working out to figure out what you want and how to make it happen for you faster than anything else, okay? And then at the end of the call, one or two things are going to happen, okay? Either, okay, you will be a fit and I will extend an invitation to work with me as one of my clients, or if that is not a good fit, that's okay, okay? And it's totally cool, and there's no hard feelings or obligations or anything. I'll just say, you know what? Either way, you will receive an insanely valuable strategy session and will walk away with newfound clarity as to where you are right now and what's holding you back from achieving the results that you want, okay? That's together with the exact steps necessary to take action and break through your barriers, okay? So I must caution you as well. All right, it will likely be the most valuable 30 minutes you will invest in your business this year. So I want you to right now go ahead and complete your application form by clicking on the button, okay? And we will see you on the other side. If you're a good fit of doing business together, then we'll take it to the next level and scale your business faster than you have ever done before. However, I must caution you, okay? Right now, I've had a lot of consultants and speakers and trainers because for some reason, everybody's getting in on the cake, okay? And they have applied in the last 30 days. So this opportunity is extremely limited because of the intense one-on-one time needed to order, okay? Needed in order to provide you with the results. And because, as I said before, I only work with clients who I know with certainty and conviction that I can help them out and get the results and get a return on their investment, I am telling you, it runs out, okay? So out of every 100 that apply, I can generally only work with maybe 5 clients at a time, okay? And right now, 2 of those 3 spots are already currently filled up for this month. And I'm looking to fill the last 3 as quickly as possible. So with that being said, please understand that this window, okay, of opportunity won't be available for long. And what I have found is that those who have the ability to make decisions and act quickly are most likely to get results. And this I've found in all my coaching, the CEOs who take action, the guys who make it happen quickly, the guys who do the homework, the people who take quick action get more results, okay? And most likely, they become my best clients and crush it, and we crush it together for years to come. So I want you to get started right now by clicking that button and getting in so that we can help you going, okay? So if you feel like this is right for you, go ahead, apply right now and see if you qualify. I guarantee you, your life will change in ways you have never, ever, ever imagined, okay? So my question to you is, or the question that I usually get is, Coach, why are you doing this? Okay, I'll tell you very, very easily. Number one, I'm sending the elevator back down. Why? I think that the only way for me to grow and to be able to achieve what I want in life is by helping other people. One of the best sayings that keeps me going is what Zig Ziglar said from a long time ago. God rest his soul in peace. He said, help enough people get what they want and you will certainly get what you want. I totally believe in that. I also believe the universe rewards you for being of help. So I send the elevator back down so that we can help a lot more people go to the next level. Number two, I totally believe you deserve it. You're not on this call by mistake. You deserve it. There's something deep inside of you that tells you have something special, something inside of you that you want to take out there, and you deserve it, okay? Now, time to make a difference is now. There's not another time. The reason you're in the call is because it is your time right now to make your difference, okay? How about you come on and we make a movement of going and making things happen, of inspiring and passing on our message and inspiring the next generation to do even better things, better than us, okay? If we can serve together, then the world can only be a better place. So I'm warning you right now, time is a factor, and this window of opportunity will not be open for long, because like you, there's so many other people who are right now going through this video and they are booking on. I want you to take the same opportunity, get on, and let's get your business going. Let's get you achieving. Let's get you living the life that you deserve, because you certainly deserve this. So go right now, click on the button below. Let's get your application and let's get you going. Okay, well done. Congratulations. See you on the other side, and remain outstanding.